We gotta strike now.
Hey, we do have to strike now.
Now's the time.
This is
Now's the time.
You're so wrong. I ain't laughing. Any guy with eyes to read knows it. Look at the textile strike. Out like lions and in like lambs. Take the San Francisco tie-up. Starvation and broken heads. The Steel Boys wanted to walk out too, but they changed their minds. It's the trend of the times. That's what it is. All we workers got a good man behind us now. He's top man of the country, looking out for our interests. The man in the White House is the one I'm referring to. That's why the times ain't ripe for a strike. He's working day and night.
For who?
For you. The records prove it. If this was the Hoover regime, would I say don't go out, boys? Not on your tin type. But things is different now. You read the papers as well as me, you know it. And that's why I'm against the strike. Because we gotta stand behind the man who's standing behind us. The whole country.
It's on the blink.
Stand up and show yourself, you damn red. Be a man, let's see what you look like. Yellow from the word go. Red and yellow make a dirty color, boys. I got my eyes on 4 or 5 of them in the union here. What the hell they do for you? Pull you out and run away when the trouble starts. Give those birds a chance and they'll have your sisters and your wives in the whorehouses like they done in Russia. They'll tear Christ off his bleeding cross. They'll wreck your homes and throw your babies in the river. You think that's bunk? Read the papers. Now listen, we can't stay here all night. I gave you the facts in the case. You boys got hot suppers to go to.
Says you.
Oh yeah.
Sit down, punk.
Where's Lefty?
Yeah,
where's Lefty?
We haven't even seen him yet.
Lefty.
No.
Yeah.
Where's Lefty? You elected him chairman. Where the hell did he disappear to?
We want Lefty.
Yes.
Lefty.
Yeah, Lefty.
What the hell is this? A circus? You got your committee here, this bunch of cowboys you elected?
Benjamin.
Yeah, Doc Benjamin, Miller, Stein, Mitchell, Phillips, Keller. It ain't my fault Lefty took a run-out powder. If you guys...
What's the committee say?
Yeah, let's hear from the committee.
Praise the committee.
Let them talk.
Sure, let him talk. Let's hear what the Red Boy's got to say.
Joe, get up there, Joe.
Tell him, Joe.
We're all about Joe.
Come on,
You
Joe.
boys know me. You boys know me. I ain't a red one bit. Here I'm carrying a shrapnel that big I picked up in the war. And maybe I don't know it when it rains. Don't tell me red. You know what we are? The black and blue boys. We've been kicked around so long we're black and blue from head to toes. But I guess anyone who says straight out he don't like it, he's a red boy to the leaders of the union. What's this crap about going home to hot suppers? I'm asking to your faces, how many's got hot suppers to go home to? Anyone who's sure of his next meal, raise your hand. A certain gent sitting behind me can raise them both, but not in front here. And that's why we're talking strike, to get a living wage.
Where's Lefty?
I honest to God don't know, but he didn't take no run-out powder. That guy's got more guts than a slaughterhouse. Maybe a traffic jam got him, but he'll be here. But don't let this red stuff scare you, unless fighting for a living scares you. We got to make up our minds. My wife made up my mind last week, if you want to know the truth. It's plain as a nose in front of your face. We need a strike. There's us coming home every night, 8, 10 hours on the cab. God, the wife says, 80 cents ain't money. Don't buy beans almost. You're working for the company, she says to me. Joe, you ain't working for me or the family no more, she says to me, if you don't start. Where's all the furniture, honey?
They took it away. No installments paid.
When?
3 o'clock?
They can't do that.
Can't? They did it.
Why, the palookas, we paid 3/4.
The man said, read the contract.
Must have signed a phony.
It's a regular contract and you signed it.
So sour, Edna.
Do it in the movies, Joe. They pay Clark Gable big money for it.
The hell of a house to come home to. Take my word.
Take my word. Whose fault is this?
Must you start that stuff again?
Maybe you'd like to talk about books.
I'd like to slap you in the mouth.
No, you won't.
Please, Edna, you get me so sore sometime.
But just look at me. I'm laughing all over.
Don't insult me. Can I help it if times are bad? What the hell do you want me to do? Jump off a bridge or something?
Don't yell. I just put the kids to bed so they don't know they missed a meal. If I don't have Emmy's shoes sold by tomorrow, she can't go to school. In the meantime, let her sleep.
Honey, I rode the wheels off the chariot today. I cruised around 5 hours without a call. It's conditions.
Tell it to the A&P.
I booked 2:20 on the clock. A lady with a dog was lit. She gave me a quarter tip by mistake. If you'd only listen to me, we're rolling in wealth.
Yeah? How much?
I had coffee and in a beanery. $1.04.
The second month's rent is due tomorrow.
Look at me that way, Edna.
I'm looking through you, not at you. Everything was going to be so ducky. A cottage by the waterfall, roses in Picardy. You're a 4-star bust. If you think I'm standing for it much longer, you're crazy as a bedbug.
I'd get another job if I could. There's no work. You know it.
I only know we're at the bottom of the ocean.
What can I do?
Who's the man in the family, you or me?
That's no answer. Get down to brass tacks. Christ, give me a break too. A coffee and Java all day. I'm hungry too. Babe, I'd work my fingers to the bone if I...
I'll open a can of salmon.
Not now. Tell me what to do.
I'm not God.
I wish I was a kid again, didn't have to think about the next minute.
But you're not a kid again, and you do have to think about the next minute. And you got 2 kids sleeping in the next room. They need food and clothes. I'm not mentioning anything else. But we're stalled like a flivver in the snow. For 5 years, I laid awake listening to my heart pound. For God's sake, do something, Joe. Get wise. Maybe get your hack boys together. Do a strike for better money. Papa did it during the war, and they won out. I'm turning into a sour old nag.
Strikes don't work.
Who told you?
Besides, that means not a nickel a week while we're out. Then when it's over, they don't take you back.
Suppose they don't. What's to lose?
Well, we're averaging $6, $7 a week now.
That just pays for the rent.
That is something, Edna.
It isn't. They'll push you down to 3 and 4 a week, and before you know it, you'll say that's something too.
There's too many cabs on the street. That's the whole damn trouble.
Let the company worry about that, you big fool. If their cabs didn't make a profit, then they take them off the streets. Or maybe you think they're in business to pay Joe Mitchell's rent.
You don't know ABC, Edna.
I know this. Your boss is making suckers out of you boys every minute. Yeah, and suckers out of all the wives and poor innocent kids that'll grow up with crooked spines and sick bones. Sure, I see it in the papers. How good orange juice is for kids, but our kids get colds one on top of the other. They look like little ghosts. Betty never saw a grapefruit. I took her to the grocery store last week. She pointed to a stack of grapefruits. She said, "What's that?" My God, Joe, this world is supposed to be for all of us.
You wake them up.
I don't care as long as I can maybe wake you up.
Don't insult me. One man can't make a strike.
Who says one? You got hundreds in your rotten union.
Union ain't rotten.
No? What are they doing? Collecting dues and patting your back?
Making plans.
What kind?
Don't tell us.
It's too damn bad about you. They don't tell little Joey what's going on in the Bitsy Witsy Union. What do you think it is, a ping pong game?
No, the racketeers. The guys at the top would shoot you for a nickel.
Why do you stand for that stuff?
Don't you want to see me alive?
No. I don't think I do. Not if you can lift a finger to do something about it and don't. No. I don't care.
Honey, you don't understand what you're...
And any other hacky that won't fight. Let them all be ground to hamburger.
It's one thing, too.
Take your hand away. Only they don't grind me to little pieces. I got different plans.
Where are you going?
None of your business.
What's up your sleeve?
My arm be up my sleeve, darling. If I had a sleeve to wear.
Tell me.
Tell you what?
Where are you going?
Don't you remember my old boyfriend?
Who?
Bud Haas. He still has my picture in his watch. He earns a living.
The hell are you talking about?
I've heard worse than what I'm talking about.
Have you seen Bud since we got married?
Maybe.
If I thought.
See much? Listen, boyfriend, if you don't think I won't do this, then that means you just can't see straight.
Stop talking bull.
This isn't 5 years ago, Joe.
You mean you leave me and the kids?
I leave you like a shot.
No.
Yes.
Well, I guess I ain't got a leg to stand on.
No?
No, you lousy tart. No! Get the hell out of here. Go pick up that bull thrower on the corner and stop at some cushy hotel downtown. He's probably been coming here every morning and laying you while I hack my guts out.
You're crawling like a worm.
I'll be crawling in a minute.
You don't scare me that much.
That is what I slaved for.
Tell it to your boss.
You don't give a damn for you or me.
That's what I say.
Don't change the subject.
This is the subject. The exact subject. Your boss makes this subject. I've never seen him in my life, but he's putting ideas in my head a mile a minute. He's giving your kids that fancy disease they call the rickets. He's making a jellyfish out of you and putting wrinkles on my face. He's putting me into Bodhouse's lap. When the hell are you going to get wise?
I'm not so dumb as you think, but you are talking like a red.
I don't know what that means, but when a man knocks you down, you get up and you kiss his fist, you gutless piece of baloney.
One man can't.
I don't say one. I say 100, 1,000, a whole million, I say. But start in your own union. Get those hack boys together. Sweep out those racketeers like a pile of dirt. Stand up for the crying kids and wives. God damn it. I am tired of slavery and sleepless nights.
Sure.
Yes. Get brass toes on your shoes and know where to kick.
Listen, Edna, I'm going down to 174th Street to look up Lefty Costello. Lefty was saying the other day, how about this Haas guy?
Get out of here.
I'll be back. You guys know this stuff better than me. We got to walk out.
Like it?
Very much. I've never seen an office like this outside the movies.
Yes, I often wonder if interior decorators and bathroom fixture people don't get all their ideas from Hollywood. Our country's extraordinary that way. Just tell Mrs. Consumer everything's used by the Crawfords and Garbos, more volume of cell than one plant can handle.
I'm afraid it isn't that easy, Mr. Fayette.
No, you're right. Gross exaggeration on my part. Competition is cutthroat today. Markets up flush against a stone wall. Astronomers had better hurry. Open Mars to trade expansion.
Or it'll just be too bad.
Cigar?
Thank you. Don't smoke.
Drink?
Ditto, Mr. Fayette.
I like sobriety in my workers. The trained ones, I mean. The Polish and the blacks, they're better drunk. Keeps them out of mischief. Wondering why I had you come over.
If you don't mind my asking, very much.
I like your work.
Thanks.
No reason why a talented young man like yourself shouldn't string along with us. A growing concern. Loyalty is well repaid in our organization. Did you see Siegfried this morning?
He hasn't been in the laboratory all day.
I told him yesterday to raise you $20 a month. Starts this week.
You don't know how happy my wife will be.
Oh, I can appreciate it.
Was that all, Mr. Fayette?
Yes, except that we're moving you to Laboratory A tomorrow. The new work is very important. Siegfried knows about it. He recommended you very highly as a man to trust. You'll be working directly under Dr. Brenner. Make you happy?
Very. He's an important chemist.
We think so, Miller. We think so to the extent of asking you to stay within the building throughout the time you work with him.
You mean sleep and eat in?
Yes.
That can be arranged.
Fine, you'll go far.
May I ask the nature of the new work?
Poison gas.
Poison.
Orders from above. I don't have to tell you from where. New type poison gas for modern warfare.
I see.
You didn't know a new war was that close, did you?
I guess I didn't.
I don't have to stress the importance of absolute secrecy.
I understand.
The world is an armed camp today. One match sets the whole world blazing in 48 hours. Uncle Sam won't be caught napping.
They say 12 million men were killed in that last one, and 20 million more wounded or missing.
That's not our worry. If big business went sentimental over human life, there wouldn't be big business of any sort.
My brother and 2 cousins went in the last one.
They died in a good cause.
My mother says no.
She won't worry about you this time. You're too valuable behind the front.
That's right.
See Siegfried for further orders.
You should have seen my brother. He could ride a bike without hands.
You'd better move some clothes and shaving tools in tomorrow. Remember what I said, you're with a growing organization.
He could run the 100 yards in 9/8 flat.
Who?
My brother. He's in the Musargon Cemetery. Mama went there in 1926.
Yes, those things stick. How's your handwriting, Miller? Fairly legible?
Fairly so.
I'd like a little report from you once a week.
What sort of report?
Just a few hundred words once a week on Dr. Brenner's progress.
Don't you think that might be better coming from the doctor?
I didn't ask you that.
Sorry.
I want to know what progress he's been making. The reports would be purely confidential, between you and me.
You mean him to watch him?
Yes.
I guess I can't do that.
30 a month raise.
Oh, you said 20.
30.
I guess I'm not built that way.
40.
Flying's not in my line, Mr. Fayette.
You use ugly words, Mr. Miller.
For ugly activity, yes.
Think about it. Your chances are excellent.
No.
You're doing something for your country. You're making sure that when those goddamn Japs start a ruckus, we'll have the offensive weapons to back us up. Don't you read your papers, Miller?
Nothing but Andy Gump.
If you were on the inside, you'd know I'm talking cold, sober truth. Now, I'm not asking you to make up your mind on the spot.
No.
Think about it over your lunch period.
No.
Made up your mind already.
Afraid so.
You understand consequences?
I lose my raise and my job.
And your
You
job.
misunderstand. Rather dig ditches first.
That's a big job for foreigners.
But sneaking and making poison gas, that's for Americans?
It's up to you.
My mind's made up.
No hard feelings?
Sure, hard feelings. I'm not the civilized type, Mr. Fayette. Nothing suave or sophisticated about me. Plenty of hard feelings. Enough to want to bust you and all your kind square in the mouth.
I got a right to have something out of life. I don't smoke, I don't drink. So if Sid wants to take me to a dance, I'll go. Maybe if you was in love, you wouldn't talk so hard.
I'm saying it for your own good.
Don't be so good to me.
Mom's sick in bed and you'll be worrying her to the grave. She don't want that boy hanging around the house and she don't want you meeting him in Crotona Park.
I'll meet him anytime I like.
If you do, yours truly will take care of it in his own way, with just one hand too.
Why are you all so set against him?
Mom told you 10 times, it ain't him. It's that he ain't got nothing. Sure, we know that he's serious, that he's stuck on you, but that don't cut no ice.
Taxi drivers used to make good money.
Today they're making $5-6 a week. Maybe you want to raise a family on that. Then you'll be back here living with us and I'll be supporting 2 families in one. Well, over my dead body.
Irv, I don't care. I love him.
You're a little kid with half-baked ideas.
I stand there behind the counter all day. I think about him.
If you thought more about Mom, it would be better.
Don't I take care of her every night when I come home? Don't I cook supper and iron your shirts? And you give me a pain in the neck too. Don't try to shut me up. I bring a few dollars into this house too. Don't you see? I want something else out of life. Sure, I want love, romance, babies. I want everything in life I can get.
You take care of Mom and watch your step.
And if I don't?
Yours truly will watch it for you.
You can talk that way to a girl.
I'll talk that way to your boyfriend too, and it won't be with words. Florrie, if you had a set of eyes, you'd see it's for your own good we're talking. This ain't no time to get married. Maybe later.
Maybe later never comes for me though. Why don't we put Mom in a hospital and she can die in peace instead of staring at the clock on the mantelpiece all day?
That needs money, which we don't have.
Money, money, money!
Don't change the subject.
This is the subject.
You could have stopped seeing him. Jesus, Kitty. I remember when you were a baby with curls down your back. Now I gotta stand here yelling at you like this.
I'll talk to him, Irv.
When?
Tonight. I asked him to come over. We'll talk it over.
Don't get soft with him. Now's no time to be soft. You gotta be hard as a rock or go under.
I learned that the hard way. There's the bell. Take the egg off the stove I boiled for Mom. Leave us alone, Irv.
Hello, Florence.
Hello, honey. You're looking tired.
Nah, I just need a shave.
Well, draw your chair up to the fire and I'll ring for brandy and soda like in the movies.
If this was the movies, I'd bring you a big bunch of roses.
How big?
50 or 60 dozen. The kind with long, long stems, big as that.
You dope.
Your Paris gown is beautiful.
Yes, Percy velvet panels are coming back. Madame Lafarge told me today that Queen Marie herself designed it.
Gee.
Every princess in the Balkans is wearing one just like it.
Gee. Oh, hold it. You look tired, Flora.
No, I just need a shave.
You're worried about your mother.
No,
What's on your mind?
the French and Indian War.
What's on your mind?
I got us on my mind, Sid, night and day, Sid.
Well, I smacked a beer truck today. Did I get hell? I was driving along thinking of us too. You don't have to say it. I know what's on your mind. I'm rat poison around here.
Not to me.
I know to who, and I know why. I don't blame them. We've been engaged now for 3 years.
That's a long time.
My brother Sam joined the Navy this morning. We get a break that way. They'll send him down to Cuba with the hoochie coochie girls. You don't know from nothing, the dumb basketball player.
Don't you do that.
Don't you worry. I'm not the kind who runs away, but I'm tired of being a dog, baby. I could choke. I don't have to ask what's going on in your mind. I know from the word go, because I'm thinking the same things too.
It's yes or no. Nothing in
answer-
between.
The answer is no. A big electric sign looking down on Broadway.
We wanted to have kids.
That sort of life ain't for the dogs, which is us. Christ, baby, I get like thunder in my chest when we're together. If we went off together, I could maybe look the world straight in the face and spit in its eye like a man should do. God damn it, it's trying to be a man year 2 in life together.
Something wants us to be trapped like that, or they want us crawling alone in the dark.
Sure, the big shot money men want us like that.
Highly insulting us.
Keeping us in the dark about what is wrong with us in the money sense. See, they got the power and they mean to be damn sure they keep it. They know if they give us an inch, all the dogs will come down on them together. An ocean, knocking them to hell and back, and each singing cuckoo with stars coming from their nose and ears. I'm not raving, Flory.
I know you're not. I know.
I don't have the words to tell you what I feel. I never finished school,
I know.
but it's relative, like the professors say. We work like hell to send him to school. My kid brother Sam, and look what he done. He joined the Navy. The damn fool don't see the cards are stacked for all of us. The money man dealing himself a hot royal flush and giving you and me a phony hand like a pair of tens or something. Then you keep on losing pots because the cards are against you. The cards are stacked against you. Then he says, what's the matter? You can't win? No stuff on the ball, he says to you, and kids like my brother believe it because they don't know better. For all their education, they don't know from nothing. But wait a minute. Don't he come around and say to you, this millionaire with a jazz band, listen, Sam or Sid, or what's your name? You're no good. But here's the chance the whole world will know who you are. Yes, sir, he says, you get up on that ship and you fight those bastards who are making the world a lousy place to live in. The Japs, the Turks, the Greeks. You take this gun and you shoot them like a real hero, he says, a real American. You be a hero. And the guy you're poking at is a real louse just like you, because they don't let him catch more than a pair of tens to. On that foreign soil, he's a guy like me and Sam, a guy who just wants his baby like you and a hot sun on his face. They'll teach Sam to point the gun the wrong way, the dumb basketball player.
I got a lump in my throat, honey.
You and me, we never had room to sit in somewhere.
The park was nice.
In winter, the hallways. I'm glad we never got together. That way we don't know what we missed.
Sid, I'll go with you. We'll get a room somewhere.
Nah, they're right. If we can't climb higher than this together, we better stay apart.
I swear to God, I wouldn't care.
You would. You would. A year, 2 years. You'd curse a day. I'd seen it before.
Oh, Sid.
Sure, I know. We got the blues, babe. The 1935 blues. I'm talking this way because I love you. If I didn't, I wouldn't care.
We'll work together. We'll get jobs and we'll work together.
What about the backwash? Your family needs you $9. My family.
I don't care for them.
You're making it up, Flory. Little Flory, canary. You're sitting in a cage.
Don't make fun of me.
I'm not, baby.
Yes, you're laughing at me.
I'm not.
If I didn't care more than words can say, if I didn't care,
Hello, babe.
Hello.
Goodbye, babe. Did I ever show you my Pat Rooney imitation? Don't you like it?
No.
You don't know how we work for you. Shooting off your mouth won't help. Hell, don't you guys ever look at the records like me? Look in your own industry. See what happened when the hacks walked in Philly 3 months ago. Where's Philly? 1,000 miles away? An hour's ride on the train.
2 hours.
2 hours? What the hell's the difference? Let's hear from someone who's got practical experience to back him up, fellas. There's a man here who's seen the whole parade in Philly, walked out with his pals, got knocked down like the rest, and blacklisted when they went back. That's why he's here. He's a mighty interesting word to say. Tom Clayton.
You got
Fellas,
it.
this is a man with practical strike experience. Tom Clayton from Lil Ol' Philly.
Oh,
Boo! Sit down! Sit down!
Fellas, I don't mind your booing. If I thought it would help us hacks get better living conditions, I'd let you walk all over me, cut me up to little pieces. I'm one of you myself. But what I want to say is that Harry Fatt's right. Now, I've only been working down here in the big town 5 weeks, but I know conditions like the rest of you. You know how it is. Don't take long to feel the sore spots, no matter where you park.
Sit down.
But Fatt's right. Our officers is right. The timing right. Like fruit. Don't fall from the tree until it's ripe.
Sit down, you fruit.
Take care of it, boys.
Hey, no one takes care of me. Where the hell did you pick up that name? Clayton. This rat's name is Clancy, from the old Clancy's way back. Fruit. I almost wet myself listening to that one.
This ain't a barn. What the hell do you think you're doing here?
Exposing a rat.
You can't get away with this. Throw him the hell out of here.
Try it yourself. When this bozo throws that slop around, you know who he is? That's a company spy.
Who the hell are you?
I paid dues in this union for 4 years. That's who's me. I got a right in this pussyfooted rat ain't coming in here with ideas like that. You know his record. Let me say it out loud.
All of this, or I'll bust you in every hack outfit in this town.
I got a right. I got a right. Look at him. He don't say boo.
You're a liar, and I've never seen you before in my life.
Boys, he spent 2 years in the coal fields breaking up any organization he touched. 50 guys he put in jail. He's ranged up and down the East Coast shipping textiles, steel. He's been in everything you can name, and right now...
That's a lie.
Right now, he's working for that Bergman outfit up on Columbus Circle, who furnishes rats for any outfit in the country, before, during, and after strikes.
He's trying to break up the meeting, fellers.
We won't search you for credentials.
I got nothing to hide. Your own secretary knows I'm straight.
Sure. Boys, you know who this son of a bitch is?
I never seen you before in my life.
Boys, I slept with him in the same bed 16 years. He's my own lousy brother.
What?
Is this true?
Scram, before I break your neck. Remember his map, he can't change that. Clancy. Too bad you didn't know about this, Fatt. The Clancy family tree is bare nuts. God damn it.
No, I gave you my opinion twice. You outvoted me. You did this to Dr. Benjamin yourself. That is why you can tell him yourself. Who is it?
Can I see you a minute, please?
Come in, Dr. Benjamin. Come in.
It's important. Excuse me. They've got leads up there in my place. He's operating on Mrs. Lewis. The hysterectomy, it's my job. I washed up, I prepared. They told me at the last minute. I don't mind being replaced, doctor, but Leeds is a damn fool. He shouldn't be permitted.
Leeds is the nephew of Senator Leeds.
He's incompetent as hell.
They're doing splendid work on brain surgery these days. This is a very fine specimen.
I'm sorry. I thought you might be interested.
Well, I am, young man. I am. Only remember, it's a charity case.
Well, of course, they wouldn't allow it for a second otherwise.
Your life is in danger?
Of course. You know how serious the case is.
Turn your gimlet eyes elsewhere, doctor. Jigging around like a cricket on a hot grill won't help. Doctors don't run these hospitals. He's the senator's nephew, and there he stays.
It's too bad.
I'm not calling you down either. God damn it, do you think it's my fault?
I know. I'm sorry.
Well, just a minute. Sit down.
I can't sit.
Well, then stand then.
Look, understand, Dr. Barnes, I don't mind being replaced at the last minute this way, but, well, this flagrant bit of class distinction because she's poor.
Be careful of words like that. Class distinction. Don't belong here. Lots of energy, you brilliant young men, but idiots. Discretion. You ever hear that word?
Too radical?
Precisely. And someday, like in Germany, it might cost you your head.
Yeah, not to mention my job.
So they told you.
Told me what?
They're closing Ward C next month. I don't have to tell you the hospital's not self-supporting. Up until last year, that board of trustees met deficits. You can guess the rest. At a board meeting last Tuesday, our fine-feathered friends discovered that they couldn't meet last quarter's deficit, a neat little sum well over $100,000. If this hospital's to continue at all, it's damn
necessary to close another charity ward.
So they say.
But that's not all.
I have to cut back on staff also.
That's too bad. Does it touch me?
I'm afraid it does.
But after all, I'm top man here. I don't mean that I'm better than others, but I've worked harder.
And shown more promise.
I always supposed they'd cut from the bottom first.
Really?
But in this case?
Complications?
Such as?
I like you, Benjamin. It's one ripping shame.
Look, I'm no sensitive plant. What's the answer?
It's an old disease, malignant, tumescent. We need an antitoxin for it.
I see.
What?
I met that disease before. At Harvard first.
You have seniority here, Benjamin.
Yeah, but I'm a Jew.
Microbes.
Pressures from above?
Don't think Kennedy and I didn't fight for you.
But such discrimination with all those wealthy brother Jews on the board.
Look, as I have said before, wealthy Jews and rich Gentiles, there's no difference. They're cut from the same piece.
For myself, I don't feel sorry. My parents gave up an awful lot to get me this far. They ran a little dry goods shop in the Bronx until their pitiful savings went in the crash last year. Papa's peddling neckties. Saul Ezra Benjamin, a man who's read Spinoza his whole life.
Doctors don't run medicine in this country. The men who know their jobs don't run anything here except the motormen on the trolley cars. I've seen medicine change, plenty. Anesthesia, sterilization, but not because of rich men, in spite of them. In a rich man's country, your true self is buried deep. Microbes. Less. Vermin. See that delicate angle, the delicate, sensitive wrist. 400 years to breed that. Out of a revolutionary background. Spirit of 76. Ancestors froze at Valley Forge. What's it all mean? Slops. The honest workers were sold out then in 76. The constitutions for rich men then and now. Slops. Dr. Barnes. I see. They lost your patient. That's it. That's it. Young, hot, go and do it. I'm very ancient, fossil, but your life's ahead of you, Benjamin. And when you fire the first shot, you say that this one's for old Doc Barnes. Too much dignity, bullets. You don't shoot vermin, you step on them. If I didn't have an invalid daughter, I've said my piece, Benjamin.
Lots of things I wasn't certain of. Many things these radicals say. You don't believe theories until they happen to you.
You've lost a lot today, but you've won a great point.
Yes, to know I'm right. To really begin believing in something. Not to say, what a world, but say, change the world. God, I wanted to go to Russia. Last week I was thinking about it. The wonderful opportunity to do good work in their socialized medicine.
Beautiful, beautiful.
To be able to work.
Well, why don't you do it? I might be able to.
Nothing's near what I would like to do.
Do it.
No. Our work's here. America. God, I'm scared. What future's ahead? I don't know. Get a job to keep alive. Maybe drive a cab. And study and work and learn my place.
Step down hard.
And fight. Maybe die trying, but God damn it, we'll go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, and don't let anyone tell you we ain't got some ladies in the sea of upturned faces, only they're wearing pants. Well, maybe I don't know a thing. Maybe I fell out of the cradle when I was a kid and ain't been right since, you can't tell.
Sit down, cockeye.
Who's paying you for those remarks, buddy? Moscow Gold? Maybe I got a glass eye, but it come from working in a factory at the age of 11. They hooked it out because they didn't have a shield on the works. But I wear it like a medal because it tells the world where I belong, deep down in the working class. We had delegates in the union there, all kinds of secretaries and treasurers, walk-in delegates, but not with blisters on their feet. Oh, no. On their fat little ass from sitting on cushions and raking in Mazuma. Oh, sit down, boys. I am just saying that about union. in general. I know it ain't true here. Why, no, our officers is all aces. Why, I seen our own Secretary Fatt walk out of his way not to step on a cockroach. No, boys, don't think.
You're out of order.
Am I out of order?
No, speak.
No, go on.
Yeah.
Our officers is all aces, but I am a member here and no experience in Philly either. Today I couldn't wear my union button. The damnest thing happened when I go to take the old coat off the wall. I see she's smoking. Why, I'm a son of a gun if the old union button isn't on fire. Yep, the old celluloid is making the most god-awful stink. The landlady come up and give me hell. You know what happened? That old union button just blushed itself to death. A shame. Can you beat it?
Sit down, Keller. No one's interested.
Yes, they are.
Sit down like he tells you.
And when I finish,
Yeah, let her go.
Yeah, come on. Let's
Go ahead, let her
what's the
finish.
answer, boys?
Finish.
The answer is if we're Reds because we want to strike them, we take their salute too. Know how they do it? An uppercut. The good old uppercut to the chin. Hell, some of us boys ain't even got shirts to our backs. What's the boss class trying to do? Make a nudist colony out of us? Don't laugh. Nothing's funny. This is your life and mine. It is skull and crossbones every inch of the road. Christ, we're dying by inches. For what? For the debutantes to have their sweet coming out party in the Ritz? Papa's got a daughter. She got to get a picture in the paper. Christ, they're making them with our blood. Joe said it. Slow death or fight. It's war. You, Edna, God, love your mouth. Sid and Flory, the other boys, old Doc Barnes, fight with us for right. It's war. Working class.
Unite and fight.
Tear down the slaughterhouse of our old lives. Let freedom really ring. These slick slobs stand here telling us about boogeymen. That's a new one for the kids.
The Reds is boogeyman.
The man who got me food in 1932, he called me comrade. The one who picked me up from where I bled, he called me comrade too.
What are we waiting for?
Don't wait for Lefty.
He might never come.
Every single minute that we stand here.
They just found Lefty.
What?
What?
They found Lefty
Where?
behind the car barns with a bullet in his head.
Hear it, boys. Hear it. Hell, listen to me. Hello, America, hello. We are storm birds of the working class, workers of the world, our bones and blood. And when we die, they'll know what we did to make a new world. Christ, cut us up to little pieces. We'll die for what is right. Plant fruit trees where our ashes are. Well, what is the answer?
Strike!
Outer!
Strike!
Strike!
Strike! Strike!
Strike!